Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 22nd of August. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Weech, LTR Pharma, Ramsey Healthcare, Electro-Optic Systems and SRG Global. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you've signed up to the free newsletter, but my better stock tips come out every Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report, so make sure you're getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management, so if you'd like my personal help with your share portfolio, please give me a call. And all the advice is general only. So we've got the daily chart here of Weech. It's been one that it's a stock that we hold for clients, and we've looked at it and recommended it in the Dynamic Investor around November, and I think the last time was around April this year. Obviously I was asked to look at it before yesterday's move, but essentially what we had was this very nice sideways consolidation. We could see it more clearly on the weekly chart. So you've got this situation where it sort of rallied up and consolidating, bouncing off the old high. So obviously positive, and it was just a matter of waiting for the next break. So we now have that break, but obviously it's quite a big move. I mean, it's a positive, but when you get a big move like that, with reporting season, I think you can still see it move a bit more to the upside. But I think then beyond that, you'd get a consolidation. So not too dissimilar to what we saw here in February. We had the big move up after a result, and it managed to squeeze a bit higher for a few days or so, and then you had it heading sideways. So I'd expect that to happen from here. LTP, so fairly new listing, but price action since May has been pretty clear. It still looks good. So you've got this obviously massive rally here, quite a bit of volume coming here on the gap up, and then just a sort of flat consolidation, lower volumes, then another sort of big move up on volume and the gap up. So the next sort of buy, and it's just consolidating. So sort of similar to what you might see with Weech. You've sort of big move up, pushes high for a little bit more. So it's undergoing a consolidation. Doesn't look sort of negative at this point in time. So we've just got to let this play out and see what pattern it forms and take it from there. Ramsey, so if we have a look at the weekly, we could see sort of long-term downtrend, sort of last couple of years. Sort of possible reversal sign here. Maybe we've got like a morning star formation where you've got this sort of little doji here and then the gap up. So potentially a move higher, but it's too early to know if it's going to be a decent move or just something short term. But looking at the daily chart, we could see that $48 seems to be a key level. So I think you'd want to at least see it above $48 and hold on to that. And then you can reassess. EOS, so if we have a look at looks more interesting on the weekly chart. So been trading well since those lows last year. We've got, you sort of had this sort of move up on volume and then this sideways consolidation, tightening range, low volume, upside break on volume. So nice rally. Little sort of consolidation back here to sit on top of that. It's rallied again on good volume, and now it's just sitting under this high, consolidating. So that's what you want to see. I'd maybe expect a bit more sort of sideways action. So if you see it sort of drift sideways under $2, and then you'd just be looking for a break above 2 for your next buy signal. SRG, so very good sort of long-term uptrend there. What a great looking stock. Moving to the daily chart, had this sort of gap up yesterday, so it looks like they announced a capital raising, so for it to jump up instead of go down. I don't know the details, but at first glance that looks like a positive. But obviously it sort of rejected off that previous high and it closed near the low. So look, a slight negative in that respect. but it's still in an uptrend. So even if it comes back a bit, that's fine. I'd be looking at this low here as the previous higher low. As long as it holds above that, the uptrend's in place. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to cover it next Thursday.